Hello and welcome back for Cybersecurity Awareness Month as we continue to dive into various topics. Today we're going to focus on holistic security, and this is going to be a 3-part series. We're going to start by talking about what holistic security in the way that I frame it and in the way that I work with it, what it is not. Then in the next segment, we're going to talk about what it is, and there's going to be a framing for that specifically. And then in the last one, I will provide a very specific example. Now, this doesn't mean that these will be the only 3 posts on holistic security, not at all, but what I do think is that these 3 different posts will help with explaining what it is, particularly for those that maybe this doesn't come to, the way of thinking about holistic security in this way doesn't necessarily come to you in a organic way or an intuitive way. So let's get started. So traditionally, as security practitioners or IT practitioners, the way that we think about holistic security is thinking about it from the perspective of IT security, and then we're talking about IT governance perhaps. We also bring in aspects perhaps of vendor risk and other areas. I mean, as practitioners, we understand all of the various areas that go into security and technology, and those that we're looking to protect. So all of that, in many cases, is considered holistic security, traditionally from our approach. But that is not what I'm talking about here. So then your next question may be, okay, well, are you talking about bringing in aspects of disaster recovery, bringing in aspects of crisis management, business continuity? And I would say all of that is holistic security. I would look at it that way, yes, which I think is fantastic, but that's not actually what I'm talking about here. So maybe the next question is, well, would we do something like bring in aspects of like health and safety? And I know that that could be maybe a very sensitive topic for some senior leaders, because I know that many leaders do not want to own some of these areas as practitioners and as leaders in the cybersecurity business. What I will tell you is that in my own businesses, where like my cybersecurity roles, where my senior roles where I have led, both in a CISO role and a non-CISO role, I have owned these aspects. And so for me, I do think that they're important aspects of security. And for me, in the roles that I've been in, where I've been a CISO, I wouldn't want it any other way. So I think that in many ways, I probably come to this already with a different frame of perspective around what holistic security already looks like, because I have owned these areas in the past. I will also say that I do not think that they should be owned by every CISO, because every business is different. But I do think that having that type of experience can be very helpful to inform one's role as a Chief Information Security Officer. With that, I'm going to pause here. So we spent some time talking today about what holistic security is not from the way that I am framing it and discussing it. And I think this is important because this will set the conversation for tomorrow, what it is and how I'm thinking about it. And again, it's just going to be a framing. We're not going to go too deep into it, but we are going to pose a couple of questions and a couple of ideas that I think can help one start to think about holistic security in their own cybersecurity business. With that, thank you very much and look forward to being with you next time. Bye.